Hey YouTube, Juku and Shinobi here with a review of the Tokumei Sentai Go Busters Buster Gear Series 05 Morphin Blaster, the transformation device for Beaten Stag Buster. So it has the same style of packaging as the other Buster Gear Series toys, except done in blue to represent them. Really cool picture up here that was similar to the first one, except this one has Beaten Stag on it. So pretty cool, beat up for Buster and all that, so what it does. On the back, per normal, call mode and such over there. So I'm going to scoot this over so we have enough room to function. And here is the Morphin Blaster in its call mode. So it's a phone mode. Okay, so it's stylized after a touchscreen phone, as I figure, because this, I assume, is supposed to be a screen. And those are buttons, meaning it's a touchscreen phone. So it's obviously very, very bulky compared to an actual touchscreen phone, but it still looks pretty cool. It kind of reminds me more of some sort of touch-based walkie-talkie or something, even though most walkie-talkies are smaller than this too. But regardless, it's done in a nice gold color with some silver accents, with black to match Beaten Stag Buster's color motifs. And that's really all there is to it. Ignore these big buttons on the side. Those will have a function later. So, base design, that's all there is. There will be an LED in there, too. So, snap that on. And as you can see, it lights up right there, as I mentioned. So, this is call mode, and it only has the call mode function. That's all this mode does. So, you hit the gray button right here. And then speak or tap or anything of the like down there. Blowing in it works too. I'm just gonna run my nail across it. So that one was okay, no problem. Watch out, the Vaglas are coming. He wasn't done. It's BJ Stag, what's the problem? Big problem, keep a firm watch, and closest English phrase would be to kind of keep a sharp eye out or something along the lines of that. It's me, what's the problem? Something along the lines of get up now and then now, because he likes to repeat things for emphasis. And morphing now, or let's morphin now, or let's change now, or something along the lines of that. So it just cycles through again. So it cycles through those 7. It doesn't randomize it like the Morphin brace does. So keep that in mind, and if you change it to blaster mode and then change it back, it will remember what phrase you were on. So to repeat the cycle, just turn it off and turn it back on. You can start back from the first phrase. So that's all for this mode. That's all it does is the call mode function. So to change it to the blaster mode, you hold down this button right here, the down arrow one. Pull that out, and then the barrel will pop out, and then slide that down. And you'll get the transformation noise. So from here, the only thing it does is you pull the trigger and you can shoot things. One shooting phrase, that's all there is to it. The LED is right there, which is kind of horrible because that's generally where you would put your thumb if you were shooting, but that's fine too. You just do that. And so that's all this mode does. So to activate the morphing sequence, swing that around. You don't have to do this. It actually doesn't do anything other than be show accurate. That's all it really does. Hold down the trigger. It's Morphin time. And then you'll get that. Cool dance number. Press it again. It'll stop. And then when it picks up the voice, or any sort of sound or anything of the like, it will activate the sounds. And then if you hold it down any other time after the initial morph, then you have the boost up. So hold it down. Boost up for Buster. and then any sort of sound, or there we go. Cool jingle, and then just hit the trigger again. And now things are dead. So like I said, any other holding of the button will activate the boost up noise.
Boost up for Buster.
Yada yada yada. It's not going to pick up my voice this time. Scratch it. And there, that's all it does, and that goes back to single fire shots. So to change it back, you press the up arrow, and that will swing back around. One thing I do want to point out, just functionality-wise, is that all this is a button that hits the trigger. Because if you hit the trigger right now, you get call mode. So all that does is hit the trigger inside of there to activate the call mode. So yeah, that's all it does, actually. So I like it in a sense that it's a phone changer with a twist. It's not a straight up phone changer or anything like that. It does turn into the gun, which I think is a pretty cool feature. It is a fairly decent size. My hands are really tiny, but it does fit incredibly well in there. If you have a little bit bigger hands, you might need to hold your pinky down here near the grip. But it shouldn't be that big of a problem. It does fit well in the hand, and it does feel nice to hold. So I have to give it props for that. But functionality-wise, you have call mode, you have Let's Morphin, this jingles and the phrases, obviously, and then boost up for Buster. So that's all you have really going for. Whereas the Morphing Brace had Let's Driving, it had game mode, it had special mode, it had It's Time for Buster, if I didn't say that one already. It has all sorts of things inside that one. Whereas the Beat and Stag Buster group have their functionality spread across the Morphin Blaster and the Drive Blade, where the Drive Blade has the game modes, and it's time for Stag Attack, and it's time for Beat Attack, and there's this cool little game where you drive left and right with the Stag Jet or the Beetle Crane. So I almost feel like the Drive Blade is actually a better pickup than this. However, if you are a changer or morpher collector, then obviously you're going to want to pick this up. But if you're on the fence between the Morphin Brace or the Morphin Blaster, I'd probably pick up the Morphin Brace just because it is a pretty cool brace changer and it has more functionality than this. If you can get this off of Ami's price, or even cheaper than that, in fact, I think I've seen one for almost as low as $2,000 on Mandrake. If you can get it around that price, then it's probably a good pickup. But for the actual retail price, it's iffy on the functionality. If you really like it, then you'll probably enjoy it. Otherwise, you probably just want to wait and try to pick it up on a sale or something like that, because I feel like the Drive Blade's probably going to be a better toy. So you can check out ShukenShoppy.com for latest updates on my reviews and hauls, and of course check out RidersRangers and Rebels.com for your latest token news in the craziest way possible. So take care and have a great one. Bye.